Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel dengan gue Nunu-chan. Di channelnya Nunu-chan, apa kabar kalian semuanya? Masih pada sehat ya kan? Balik lagi kita live streaming gamenya Genshin Impact. Udah lama banget nih kita nggak main Genshin Impact ya. Kemarin fokus roleplay mulu. Sekarang kita refreshing lagi di Teviat guys. Kali ini aku pengen coba dua karakter husbu aku yang kemarin aku dapat di banner sebelumnya, yaitu apa tuh? Baizu sama Cafe ya. Kita ganti dulu. Kita ganti Baizu and Cafe. Nah ini nih. Ini aku posisikan Cafe sebagai DPS because he's a dendro driver and Nilaunya sebagai support. Kemarin kan Nilau jadi DPS tuh, tapi sekarang Cafe yang jadi DPS. Dan ada dua support healer di sini BST. Ada Baizu dan ada Sangonomiya Kokomi. Oke, Baizuku baru level 60, Cafe level 80. Sekarang aku pengen oke, kita daily dulu lah. Daily habis itu kita cari materialnya Cafe, jadi aku pengen fokus ke Cafe dulu, baru ke Baizu ya. Sumpah ganteng sih ini dia. Beliau ini ganteng ya, Cafe. Pretty boy lah. Kalau kalian anak era 90-an pasti tahu tuh M2M Pretty Boy. Oh my pretty pretty boy, I love you like I never ever loved no one before you. Pretty pretty boy, you're mine. Tell me you love me too. Oh my god, I love this song. Ini Cafe tipikal pretty boy karena wajahnya tuh nggak manly tapi lebih ke cute, lebih ke pretty. Oke. Nggak sabaran banget nih mau masuk ke Fountain ya. Bentar lagi kita bakalan ninggalin Sumeru. Goodbye Sumeru. Kalian masuk ke Fountain, welcome Fountain. Terus apa nih? Ini kayaknya ngumpul nih, ada dari Fountain, ada dari Liyue, dan ada dari Sumeru. Oke. Disuruh ngapain ya? Udah dong, udah ada. Kalau Lincana mah mau yang mana nih, aku kasih yang emas.
You heard that I've earned myself a little fame in Sumeru?
Cus.
Don't believe.
Ketawa lagi. Kita percepat aja untuk daily lah ya, daily ya, karena pengen cari material buat Cafe. Kemarin aku fokus main di roleplay itu karena pertama kota baru dan emang lagi kan banget kemarin main roleplay. Berapa minggu ya gue vakum roleplay, kayaknya roleplay mulu ya guys. Tapi kali ini aku bakalan balance antara Genshin Impact dan roleplay. Malas banget gue lawan Fatui. Liatin aja deh. You are not welcome here. Okay.
A bitter pill. Come at me. Seems like an emergency. Watch and learn. Scanning.
Ini belumnya nggak banyak yang kebentuk ya.
Hold the line. Here. The doctor will see.
Ah.
Mind the side effects. Come at me. Feast your eyes.
Udah selesai. Nggak sekeras belum yang dihasilkan sama Nahida ya, karena ini memang juga belum level 90 dan artefaknya juga belum full 20 semua, jadi masih kayak ya bisa dibilang masih kayak cupu lah kafenya aku. Oke, lanjut next. Oke, untuk cafe aku buildnya full elemental master ya guys. Kalau kalian pengen buat dia jadi kayak DPS yang berbeda, kayak mau pakai misalnya mental mastery, dendro damage bonus atau critical damage critical rate, ya suka-suka kalian. Tapi kalau aku ngikutin dari kokobir ya, yaitu pakai elemental mastery, full elemental mastery. Sedangkan untuk baizonya aku pakai full HP. Kalau kalian pengen pakai circle-nya itu untuk healing bonus juga nggak apa-apa, tapi dengan full HP tuh udah deras banget sih kalau menurut aku. Apalagi kalau kalian udah dapat ascension 4-nya itu udah bagus banget. Oke, jadi untuk banner-banner kali ini aku nggak bakalan gacha sampai masuk fountain kayaknya ya. Mungkin paling gacha senjata pak, senjata doang paling. Rev, halo mami, halo Rev, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Apa kabar kamu? Jangan lupa makan sayang. Dame. Salah ya Allah, salah, nggak fokus kan. Belum mau lawan itu sih. Nanti kalau lawan itu aku pakai Yayumiko. Nah, ini. Mami apa kabar? Aku baik, alhamdulillah. Kamu gimana kabarnya? Baik juga kah? Nah, oke. Ini kan, di sini kan. Baru sembuh. Kamu habis sakit apa emang? Habis sakit apa, Babes? Kok nggak bilang kalau lagi sakit? Aku jengukin. Oke. Ini dailynya aku percepat aja ya, soalnya aku nggak bisa lama live. Sembuh dari sakit apa sih? Covid ya? Atau diare? Ngomong-ngomong diare lagi meningkat sekarang loh. Diare lagi meningkat banget. Kita coba nih.
A bitter pill to swallow. Remember, health comes first. Scanning.
Lumayan ya guys. Sakit demam, flu, gak enak badan dan lain-lain. Kecapean kali ya. Jangan kecapean, minum multivitamin gitu ya kan.
Rest and rebuild.
Mana dia? Ya udah tinggalin aja. makanya karena perubahan cuaca. Iya sih, beneran. Sekarang itu jangan pernah simpan makanan ya, dalam arti kalau kamu masak makanannya itu masak untuk 1 kali makan aja, jangan kayak disimpan terus dipanasin gitu tuh nggak boleh. Karena itu bisa nyebetin apa diare gitu. Karena kan kalau musim kemarau kayak gini tuh bakteri, virus atau kuman itu evolusinya sangat cepat ya. Mereka berevolusi sangat cepat gitu. Jadi kayak ya bahaya aja kalau misal uh, sering-sering simpan makanan di cuaca ekstrim kayak gini, guys. Soalnya di daerah aku itu sekarang angka diarenya tuh tinggi banget, apalagi ini khususnya balita gitu. Udah ada 50 kasus balita diare dan sudah ada yang meninggal dunia gara-gara diare. Ada 1 orang kalau nggak, iya, diare nggak bisa dianggap enteng sih sekarang, parah banget sih, parah. Mana lagi kita? Jangan sampai, jangan sampai kena diare ya guys. Udah nggak ada kah? New Villette, hai sayang, hai New Villette,
I get dizzy and sleepy
apa
when I'm
kabar?
too long.
BTW profilnya bagus banget, profilnya Vokalor, ih gincar Vokalor ya. Dendro wajib gacha ya say.
Add Astra. Thank you for
Nah sekarang waktunya nih kita cari material buat cafe. Udah daily kita kan. Oke, aku pakai tim apa nih, Hyper Bloom saya. Walaupun sebenarnya di sini ya Miko gue sama Raiden Shogun itu kayak ya build-nya bukan untuk Hyper Bloom sih, but doesn't matter. Menang. Kalau kamu playable pun aku pasti gacha. Oh, really? Wow, mau dong di gacha. Oke, waktunya bentar gue cek dulu nih. Yaelah salah lagi, pemirsa. Cafe. Mau digacha apa dulu sayang? Mau digacha apa ya? Ya digacha lah, emang gacha tuh banyak jenisnya apa? Oh, gue butuh 8 ini. Oke. Cukup nggak ya? Kayaknya nggak cukup deh. Cussskannn. Ini 2 husbu dendro yang aku punya, semua punya energy recharge isu gitu. Jadi susah banget pengen build-nya, apakah harus bener-bener ini full dengan build merah masing-masing atau harus ikutin energy recharge. Terpaksa dua-duanya pakai weapon Favonius guys. Biar energy recharge terpenuhi nggak sih? Udah makan sayang? Alhamdulillah udah. Kamu udah makan belum? Jangan lupa makannya, nanti sakit loh. Cus. Ya elah, nggak kena.
right here. A minute to memory.
Oh. Oh.
Right now. Emerge. Right now. Inazuma shines eternal. Allow me.
Your favorite clown. Siang Kak Nunu, siang clown, apa kabar?
Illusion shattered.
Covenant of the deep.
Oke deh, dikasih berapa ya? Halo Nunu-chan, halo Ci, apa kabar? Dikasih 2. Gak apa-apa, masih bisa 1 kali ini mah. Hal yang paling gue benci di Genshin adalah gini-ginian nih, cari-cari gini-ginian nih. Cari-cari gini-ginian gak sih, Peps? Udah sore ini sayang, aku udah makan kok. Udah makan. Udah makan. Tadi pulang kerja sih nggak makan dulu lah. Pulang langsung live karena kangen sama kalian. Cie, jangan lupa like, comment, dan subscribe-nya ya, Besti. Ada yang main roleplay nggak? Yuk mabar yuk roleplay di Sunrise gitu. Oh, ya Miko cantik banget ya. Pengen cosplay ya Miko deh kayaknya. Absen, hai Silena. Thank you so much. Sudahkah? Sudah ya. Satu menit lagi, 1 menit ini kita ngapain ya? Oh, gue dapat achievement. Lumayan. Mau dong RP sama kamu. Ayolah sini, masuk di Sunrise ya. Apa ini? Killy. Gue lagi pengen sendiri coba. Miko. Iya, kalau aku cosplay jadi Miko cocok nggak? Cocok nggak, Bebs? Aku kalau jadi cosplay Miko tuh cantik banget pasti ya. Pede banget gue muji diri sendiri, ya Allah. Cocok dong sayang, cocok ya pastinya ya. Makasih. Thank you Hani, kamu emang calon imam terbaik buat aku. Jadilah pasangan hidupku, jadilah ayah dari anak-anakku. Ya metek udah ini. Pede itu harus dong Bebs, ya kan? Kalau nggak pede, nggak baik gitu. Lah mana ini? Hai Nun. Ah, gue nggak pakai ini ya. Chat gimana sih? Kalau kita pengen chat sama orang? Kalau mau cosplay, cosplay aja. Kalau suka pendapat orang lain mah belakangan. Ngomong itu pintar, Bebs. Aplikasinya yang susah gitu ya kan. Ketika kita udah cosplay tapi fail banget gitu dan kita masih memaksakan diri untuk cosplay walk gitu di depan banyak orang dan cosplay kita fail itu kayak udah kayak nggak punya urat malu gitu lah. Kayak nggak punya urat malu gitu guys.
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
Pengen banget sih, pengen banget so. Cuma calon doang. Ya kan calon, aku nggak mau takabur gitu kan. Aku nggak mau takabur kalau aku bilang pasti jadi imamnya aku, takutnya enggak gitu kan, itu kan takabur namanya Bebs. Ya, aku bilangnya calon doang gitu. Evan aja dulu ke event jalan-jalan sambil cosplay, kalau ada yang minta foto berarti bagus cosplaynya. Iya, gue bakalan coba deh, insya Allah. Insya Allah ya Ci. Tapi harus benar-benar cari yang benar-benar cocok sama aku kali ya. Dulu ada satu like kayak satu dress cosplay yang aku pengen banget pakai, itu dari karakternya Fairy Tail, namanya Juvia. Jadi Juvia tuh punya satu baju yang kayak baju Cinderella gitu loh. Aku juga mau, really? Oke. Kayak baju Cinderella gitu, ya kan? Itu cantik banget, sumpah, pengen. Dulu itu karakter yang aku suka banget di Fairy Tail itu Juvia gitu. Kalian ada yang nonton Fairy Tail nggak sih? Juvia yang air itu kan keren sih, iya keren banget sih. Keren banget tahu.
Emerge, right here. Show them.
Grow, grow, grow.
Juvia ngejar-ngejar Grey, iya bener, itu banget. Itu aku suka banget sih karakternya. Terus karakter yang kedua yang aku suka di Fairy Tail itu Angel. Tahu Angel nggak sih?
Right now. Emerge.
Bolanya ngejar aku, Bebs. Ya, kenapa itu dia berhenti di situ?
Come on now.
Tadadatan. Angel kostumnya kebuka semua. Enggak semuanya kebuka sih. Yang kostum pertamanya itu dia agak sopan. Yang waktu dia masih jahat. Waktu dia masih jahat.
This way, turtle. Yahhhh! The Temple of Wisdom.
Jadi lama kan?
Emerge, right here. Emerge.
See? Commit to memory.
Dia nggak pakai healer lagi. Wow.
Right here.
Ternyata aku masih di episode lawan Ziref. Itu udah episode terakhir deh kayaknya. Yang lawan Ziref. Oh iya, yang terakhir dia itu lawan apa? Agnologia gitu. Itu episode terakhirnya. No way! Oh my god!
Nothing lasts forever.
Nothing lasts forever. Oke. Oh, dikasih 3 guys. Total udah berapa semua? Cek dulu ya. Lag banget gue ya. Iya, lag banget, Babes. Sumpah karakter gue banyak banget, banyak yang kepake. Besok-besok gue bakalan gacha yang emang gue pengen aja. Ya, kurang 3. Resen gue udah berapa ya? Resen gue ada 28. Udah, kita balik ke sini. Cara dapatin resin di mana ya? Kayaknya gue udah ambil yang di Serenity Pot deh. Kalau aku ke Serenity Pot pasti gue tendang nih satu. Bakalan keluar ini si Kelly. Ntar aja deh. Habis tamat Fairy Tail itu gue udah nggak nonton anime lagi, anime yang episode panjang gitu ya kan. Gue lebih nonton kayak anime-anime short gitu ya kan, anime-anime komedi kayak kayak dan Shikoko gitu kan. Apalagi tuh yang lucu banget yang Backstreet Girl, kemudian Asobase, sumpah itu anime-anime yang komedinya tuh dapat banget, lawak banget gitu kan, anjirudin banget sumpah. lucu 3 anime komedi rekomendasi menurut aku ya, itu dan Shikoko, Asobase sama Backstreet Girl. Backstreet Girl yang paling lucu, kalian nonton deh, coba deh yang nonton anime, coba deh itu Backstreet Girl, itu lucu banget. Bahkan Backstreet Girl itu udah ada live actionnya gitu loh. Bagus banget animenya. Nah, gue ada event kayaknya ya. Kita selesaiin event kali ya. Kunci, Babes. Jam lagi, berarti ini besok ya eventnya semua ya. Ya nggak ada yang bisa kita perbuat nih, Hani. Oh iya, ini ada quest story-nya Yoimiya yang part 2 nggak sih? Oh, ada event hangout-nya cafe. Ini apa sih? Ini aku selama ada fitur TCG kayak gini aku nggak pernah sentuh loh. Disentuh sih maksudnya yang nggak ini banget gitu.
Most humans could have the entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled.
Oke, kalau gitu kita lanjut questnya Baizu dulu. Kalau emang masih ada waktu gue bakalan live lebih lama lagi, tapi kalau emang waktunya semuanya mepet sih. pengen cepet-cepet closing, tapi ya udahlah. Kita Baizu dulu deh. Masih ada storynya Baizu ketinggalan. Uh. Sambil nungguin resin balik lagi nggak sih jadi 40?
They searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Well, that complicates things. The city folks say there's no sign of him either. We need to start looking further afield.
Excuse me, sirs.
Baizu.
Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Ah, hey there, buddy. Dr. Baiju.
The boy asked for our help, so we're here to join the search. Any new developments to...
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're running out of manpower. As for updates, I'm sorry to say that we've searched the surrounding area thoroughly, but didn't find anything.
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone.
Ini tentaranya Lilith nggak sih namanya? Gue lupa ingat.
But it is possible that he was bound for loot.
Luhua Pool? The terrain
Luhua
there can be
Pool,
tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
You will? Oh, great. We can't...
Sorry we weren't able to find your dad, buddy.
That's okay.
Tadi.
Thank you for trying.
Oke. Jauh kali. Kita teleportnya di sini ya.
Dad!
Dad,
Dad, can you hear me?
can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you.
Look, there's somebody over there. Oh no, it's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't go any further!
Kayaknya dia halusinasi deh. Ya, kenapa?
Watch where you're going!
Apakah itu? Oh, ada hutau.
Dear customer, Langsung Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but you needn't hasten the inevitable. Huh?
Dad!
Hey, Hutao!
My, who do we have here? It's the Traveler in Paimon, and... my worst nightmare.
Mimpi burukku.
I see important to you.
Thank you, Director Who, for saving this man.
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me?
Gue nggak sekarang. Jadi yang satu itu Huto pengen orang itu cepat meninggal untuk bisnisnya. Yang satu si Baizu itu kan dokter, bisa menyembuhkan. Jadi orangnya nggak jadi meninggal gitu. Aduh. Kayak malaikat sama devil nggak sih?
Your name is Xiao Liang, and you live just west of Chingsa village. You were
Oh, my name is Jia Liang. Liu.
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Boo Boo
Sorry,
Pharmacy.
Pal, Dash. Dinner's on us next time.
Hold on a second. You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy in this state?
Huh? Why not?
Come on, Baiju.
Come on,
Tell me you
Baizu.
haven't noticed it. Didn't your master teach you how to spot the signs? Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away, but you're planning to use it for your own ends?
Use what? What are you talking about? Paim.
There are traces of God remains in Jia Liang's system.
Oh.
Yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the consequences will be unthinkable.
Paimon, sorry. What?
God.
There's no need to worry, Director Who. I have methods of keeping them at bay. It is the sworn duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives. What reason would I have to
Praktis
neglect
untuk
the patient
menyembuhkan
who's
penyakit
right
banyak.
there in front of me? Besides, it was my late master's dying wish to be able to save this patient in particular. Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace so that I have time to treat him?
Now you're bringing my great uncle into this? Baiju, just what are you planning this time?
Merely to cure this man, nothing more. But of course, if you have any doubt as to my intentions, you are more than welcome to accompany me to Boo Boo Pharmacy and monitor my activities.
Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. You're being unusually generous today. Okay, deal. We're not gonna solve anything by keeping Jiao. I'm happy to do it your way, but only for my great uncle's sake and the travelers, of course.
You must
Cool.
be pleased you brought the traveler along. Otherwise, this...
Well, time is of the essence. Let's get ourselves back to Boo Boo Pharmacy at once.
Hat. Jadi dalam tubuhnya Jianglin itu kayak ada sisa-sisa dewa, sisa-sisa dewanya siapa tuh?
Blockages within the cardiovascular system, reduced blood flow and energy. I see. I suppose this must have caused the
Dr. Baiju, how bad is it? Can you cure him?
Oh, so cute.
Don't you worry. Baiju's a really great doctor. He's sure to find a way.
Ayu, do you know when your father first started displaying these?
I'm not sure. He's been like this for as long as I can remember.
So it's been a long time indeed. No, I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start tonight. Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then, Ayu will find his father healthy and lucid again.
Thank you, Dr. Baiju. Thank you so much.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Who, please feel free to hang around for as long as you
Director
wish.
Who.
However, it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be able to focus when treating a patient.
Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the flowers or something. But I will be back in an instant at the first sign that something's amiss.
See you tomorrow, Baiju and Changcheng.
Bye for now, everyone.
Are you ready, Baiju?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now.
Ya gimana nih proses pengobatannya? Gue penasaran.
You know, Paimon.
Ya udah dikasih lihat.
Yeah.
Oke, mencari dokter, cari informasi again. Ada hutau tuh di sini. Liwe rame ya.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docs doing surgery. Hello, you busy
Sorry.
bees, and what do you have to discuss with the funeral director? Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the looks on your faces.
Guilty as charged. So, we were. Oh, and also, how come you and Baiju could tell so quickly that?
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods defeated in war.
Mhm.
Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up, so our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies. These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but all the relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation, so we can identify gods.
Okay, Paimon gets it now. Wait, so how did Baiju learn to spot them?
Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle.
Oh, berarti dia sepupu dua kali dong ya.
Younger brother, a former deputy director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Sepupu.
Wow, fancy that. Huh. So if he
According to my grandpa, he and my great-uncle once went traveling.
Oh enggak deh,
together when
enggak
they were
sepupu dua
young.
kali karena si Baizu itu cuman muridnya dari
Where they met a pharmacist.
adik kakeknya si Hutau, ya Allah.
That pharmacist must have cast
Jadi
some
bingung
sort of
sendiri
spell
ya.
on my great-uncle. Because after that encounter, he suddenly announced my grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other.
funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change. Kinda hard to imagine. But why did it drive a wedge between them for the rest of their lives?
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have been no issue. After all, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor wasn't unlike a regular doctor's clinic in the early days.
Oh gitu ya. Oh jadi Wangsheng Funeral Parlor tuh awalnya adalah klinik dokter, guys.
But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him. And on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyu Vale tradition.
Wow.
In what way?
Don't know. My grandpa didn't know the specifics. And you've seen how wary Baiju is around me. He'd never tell me anything. But even that says to me that he definitely has something to hide. One thing I do know about Baiju is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality. But whether that has anything to do with what he's hiding is hard to say. Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally figure out what he's up to.
After all that, it seems like we have more
Ternyata Hutau punya personal isu dengan Baizu ya.
Never mind. We'll just have to ask Baiju himself about all of this.
Oke, kita tunggu besok. Biar lebih cepat.
Personally,
It's a new day! Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jia Liang is doing.
Dad!
Oh, are you?
Dad, you remember?
Yes, I remember now. Oh, are you? I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her.
Oh,
And Dr.
ibunya
Baishu's
juga
gonna help
gitu.
too. Right now, all you need to do is...
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baishu.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be apologizing to you for not making the time to visit in all these years.
Not at all, Dr. Baishu. It's only because Jiangli...
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while. Take it slowly and try not to overexert your...
I suggest you stay at Boo Farm.
Director Who, do you have any further reservations about Jia Liang's condition?
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. You really did manage to suppress it, huh? But how did you accomplish this in...
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. If that gives you any cause for concern, you may continue to monitor Jia Liang for as long as you wish. Though I regret to say that Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost in the meantime.
Oh.
Oh, come on, Baiju. I'm not that unreasonable.
I've been stuck indoors for too long. Baiju, take me outside for some air, or I'm going to suffocate.
Yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Changshang and myself for a moment.
Suaranya Baizu tuh mirip suaranya ini loh. Apa sih kalau kalian pernah main gamenya Dynasty Warrior, Dynasty Warrior series gitu, itu ada karakter namanya Zhanghe gitu. Zhanghe tuh kayak cowok feminim lah ya kan. Nah suaranya Baizu tuh mirip banget sama suaranya Zhanghe, lucu sumpah.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my... But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody?
Who's there?
Who's there?
Why did you follow us here? Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
What did I just say about putting on Traveler? Paimon, the truth is, Baiju did not cure Jialiang's illness. Instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily subdue the poison in his system. Baiju, can you please explain all of it?
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients. I believe the irregularities with Jia Liang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains as a key ingredient. The poison has not been purged from Jia Liang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as the delivery medium. This will suppress the poison's effects.
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always thought you were just Baiju's strange choice of a necklace.
Biasa kalau antik.
I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my mannequin. I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes. Whoa. Guess you shouldn't judge a snake by its skin.
Please, that's enough.
Jangan menjudge sebar dari kulitnya.
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods. So, when you transfer your...
Hardly. Changsheng helps to keep my chi in balance, so there is no great harm.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's spot. Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone checking up on him, or he'll exhaust... Baiju, don't Don't you think you should seize this opportunity? You cannot expect to hide this.
Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
Huh. Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you. But there's no need to thank us. You've helped us out before.
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a... Yes. I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in a secluded spot. Let's head there together once I've asked Gui and Chi-Chi to look after the pharmacy. As well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison, we should also keep an eye out for Ayu's missing mother, my fellow disciple, Jiangli.
Oh, kakak seperguruanku. Sama ya dia. Satu perguruan guys ternyata. Kita ke mana ini? Agak jauh ya guys. Jauh sayang. Adek Krafkan, no halo adek. Kamu lagi di Discord kah? Bentar aku join ya. Habis live. Little Lua. Dalam rumah ini kah? Lagi rebahan Kak Nu. Oke, Babes. Jangan lupa makan ya, nanti sakit loh.
It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village many times in the past, if you ask me.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about...
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same... She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying...
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all?
Jiangli did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family. The last time she visited us, she and master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Ini apa lagi nggak enak badan? Oh, lagi nggak enak badan ya, Babes. Minum obat, minum B kompleks sama paracetamol.
Quarrel? What happened? I don't know. I did not witness...
Nor did master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiangli or her...
Oh, so that's why you went to...
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baiju. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
Dia kan seorang dokter, tidak harus baik nggak sih?
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
Rencana mereka sendiri.
What the... Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you...
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Jiangli has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything...
Okay. Amati più. Gak sih, nggak bisa masuk guys. Ada buku catatan.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
Come quick.
What is this?
Tolak angin bisa. Mending paracetamol sama B kompleks deh.
Changsheng and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was.
You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison.
Racun.
Is it breathing?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison. Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can
Obat
manipulate
mah
the
cuk.
source to
Dedek
indirectly
Nahida aja
control the
sesekali
poisoned
senyum udah
individual's
sembuh.
behavior and
Aduh
even
ya Allah,
cognition.
dasar.
Similarly,
Lollipon
the poisoned individual
ya.
will hear to a varying extent the call.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jialiang ran off...
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key in.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this? Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden? Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted... You mean Jialiang? Why would he poison himself? Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here. Huh? So you're saying...
Jiangli.
It was Jiangli? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would
Racuni suaminya sendiri.
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiangli does not strike me as the kind of person who would.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to...
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jialiang about it once he has made more progress. Yes. According to the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother load is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jialiang's system without the need for any further. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around
Arnes
here since the
ular
beginning of
gesebet
time.
Apa sih ular gesebet? Segaban. Ularnya cantik, Bebs.
Well,
Jadi kalau aku lihat Baizu sama ularnya tuh jadi teringat sama dewa Yunani ya. Yang disebut bapak kesehatan sedunia, yaitu Hippocrates. Itu mirip banget dengan Baizu. Tapi bedanya kalau Hippocrates itu tongkatnya yang dililit sama ular. Jadi dia punya tongkat terus dililit sama ular gitu. Nah, ularnya itu yang dipakai untuk menyembuhkan orang gitu.
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory.
whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon. Hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like. Stronger and healthier? Baiju, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baiju, you're... Mannequin Man! Chung-chung! This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right,
Lucu
everybody,
banget
calm down.
sumpah. Ular
Back to
bisa
the matter
menarik
at hand. Is
menarik
there any
bisa
way
yang
at all
ada
for
apa
us to
tuh,
seek
tapi nggak
counsel
bisa
from the Adepti
nyerap
about
penyakit.
this?
Ular bisa menarik bisa yang ada apa tuh? Ya nggak tahu lah ya. Tapi katanya dulu itu orang-orang bisa menyembuhkan
If it were up to them,
penyakit dengan menggunakan
they'd
bisa
call their
ular
lives
gitu.
without showing their faces.
Jadi bisanya dikeluarin, diolah kali, dijadikan obat gitu. Yang antisosial.
What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our...
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
Apa sih dia maksud? Nggak ngerti gue. Oh, sial. Muncul. Call.
Gets Paimon every time. Are all Adepti in the habit?
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baiju of Bubu Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me? So someone has been concocting
Jahit kulit
demonic
aja pakai
poison.
kepala semut. Iya bener.
Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundation. A vile monster known as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land. Before it was subdued by Rex Lapis.
Oh, ada monster bernama Chi.
The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Chinksa village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Ch is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further. I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens... Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
Ini si Baizu aku pikir dia kayak punya sifat yang dewasa gitu loh. Ternyata kayak labil.
What a
Cara-cara dia
strange
ngomong ya.
Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them.
Ih, jangan bilang chilling fire. Untung kagak. Kagak ngerti gue, Bebs.
Thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb...
Master! Master!
Gui? Did you run all the way from Bubu Pharmacy?
Oh my god.
What happened? Don't panic.
It's Jiaoyang. He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next...
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Bubu Pharmacy.
Back to Bubu Pharmacy. Balik ke Bubu Pharmacy ya. Honeymoon. Hey.
What's wrong?
Don't be scared.
Merepotkan banget ini orang tua, sumpah ya Allah. Kan ngapain sih dia pergi ke ini cari-cari racun kayak.
Dr. Baiju, you're back. My
Lingui left. He was still conscious.
Kuei, please take Jialiang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Namanya Ayu ya, tapi cowok.
Not gonna use Changsheng's secret.
Kalau kita di sini Ayu cewek nggak saya. Oh Ayu udah menangis. Oh my god, so sad. Besok pagi lagi guys. Susah banget kalau pakai joystick mau ngatur jam. Indobet namanya. Iya, Cici Ayu. Namanya Indonesia banget, guys.
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere?
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still...
Oh, really?
No, the event.
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you...
Though, on the bright...
Traveler, Baiju hasn't shown his face ever since he...
Di baju sakit kayaknya. Ntar lagi nama Syamsuddin muncul. Kayaknya ada deh namanya Syamsuddin di ini, di Sumeru. Kalau nggak salah.
You're finally awake?
There was no time. I had no other choice. Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant.
So, how much... They've been outside waiting.
Oh.
Aduh, lama banget ini.
Surely he hasn't. Who's talking behind our backs again? Baiju! Chang! Jialiang seem fine?
And as a result...
What? You mean...
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is their Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential, though it was created from
Ini si Jianglian ini punya penyakit yang complicated banget ya. Penyakitnya komplikasi kemana-mana gitu guys.
Had he not taken it all these years?
Still,
Kita percepat aja ya guys, lama banget sampai ceritanya.
extremely dangerous to be
Capek
around.
bacanya.
Because humans have no I fear that the situation...
I never to sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible.
Well, I think that it's too... In any case, I have stabilized Jialiang's her regular and given that she's already been missing for several days, I am...
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baiju. Dr. Baiju, you've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk. After all, if it wasn't for me, I'm sure I'll be able...
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure...
No! Before I forget everything again.
Aing pamit dulu ya, udah petang hari mandi. Oke Agnes, thank you ya udah join.
This trip will be...
There's only one thing I fear now.
Very well.
Ada hutau tuh kuping. Ichi, so cute.
Dr. Baiju, are you heading out again?
Yes.
Heading
This
out
could be a long
again.
one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen, and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine.
Dr. Baiju, do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
Oke. Mencari obat. Sekarang ramuan ajaib. Oh ya, ramuan ajaib ya guys. Jauh kali. Kembali ke desa yang tadi. Oke.
It's just like the day I went missing.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. Jialiang, can you sense which direction the...
I think it's
Mhm.
this way. Yes, I'm sure of it. I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
Oh, ada domain guys di
There
dalam.
is an...
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay?
No, I have to...
Pakai baizu ya.
The digging marks here. A thieves' tunnel?
Judging by the tool, but why did they abandon this place?
I remember now. She took me here once and told, but she said that the method...
Easy, Jiali.
Easy.
Mind the side effects.
Kita pakai senjata aslinya baizu ya.
Breaking new ground.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made...
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster-repelling incense?
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just
Incense,
now
yeah.
were enticed here by some
Opa.
entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place.
That's right. This is what... I'm fine.
Ya.
Let's keep going.
Mana guys? Sini ya. Sakit.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Ya elah, jatuh lagi. Ini harus diaktifkan ya guys. Oh, ada jembatannya sayang. Ada mekanismenya ternyata.
We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Dorong kah? Ada monster di sini guys.
A bitter pill to swallow. This is nothing. A bitter pill to mind the side effects.
Lanjut ke sini ya. Oke. Kita deaktifkan. Adong ya. Kita dorong. Nggak bisa ya. Nggak bisa diaktifkan juga gitu. Kena nggak ya? Kena dong. Nah, kita kemana lagi nih? Ini belum di ini. Aktifkannya gimana ini? Oke. Biar kena dia kan. Nah. Guys. Di bawah ya? Bawah saya. Itu dia monsternya. Tercemar guys.
Zhongli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her.
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Emang orangnya nggak kelihatan.
Seems like an emergency.
Seems like emergency.
Feast your eyes!
mind the side effects. A bitter pill to swallow.
Watch and learn!
Positions. This dance is for you.
Taking a turn for the better.
Udah selesai.
Dr. Baiju, how serious is it?
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite... The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition. If we don't eliminate it soon, then...
What are we waiting for? Let's... It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what the poison within... If the source is... and the poison within Jialiang... Oh no.
Indeed. If the god...
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working by you.
You could...
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you.
Dr. Baiju, give it to me straight.
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But
Dr. Baiju, if I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, I know for a fact that if my choice can bring Jiangli back...
Jiangling dan Jiangliang ya.
Dr. Baiju, could...
Oh my god.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone.
Sedih banget sih.
And I'm sorry that...
Jialiang, Baiju, Changsheng.
I am sure that over the years,
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. What a crazy situation! Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life, and now...
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy At least, that's what generations of men...
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those, I cannot help but think that they're...
When all this began, we agreed that once So, I've said my goodbyes. My time has come.
As you wish.
Oh, dinetral.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll be...
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow...
Mom, something's really wrong with...
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live... Oh, how I would love to hear...
What happened? Quest apa ini Kak Nono? Ini quest story-nya Baizu, Babes.
Jialiang! Jialiang! Jialiang!
Oh, selamat dong dua-duanya.
Dad, are you...
Didn't I... Huh? What
Oh,
are
ditempelin
these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different in any way?
Dr. Baiju,
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its
ramuan
help, you have
keabadian
been
gak
suspended
sih?
in the space between life and death. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to... Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I am as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace.
Dunia ini dengan
I
tenang.
hope that Director Who finds this arrangement to be a...
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
Aku leave dulu ya, takut ke spoiler soalnya belum selesai questnya. Oke, Babes.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jialiang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang.
Bagus banget di capture kata-katanya, ujung-ujungnya aku hanya seorang dokter. Aku tidak perlu terlalu mengerti tentang prinsip-prinsip untuk mengontrol hidup dan mati serta siklus alam dari yin dan yang.
All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them.
Aku cuma tahu kalau aku dihadapkan dan Islam.
And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Who's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set...
Oops. And,
Without Director Who nudging things in the right direction...
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Director Who told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baiju's...
Never underestimate a serpent's
All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the book.
Kanan yang tertunda nggak sih?
One cheat was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baiju, and cure Dad for good!
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng funeral parlor out of business. Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Alah.
Is she finally gone?
Ternyata Cici takut banget sama Hutao ya. Takut dikirim ke alam ini, alam kematian.
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's...
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baiju, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baiju, Changshang.
Oke, sudah selesai kah? Oh, ikuti Jiangli. Kita harus ikutin Jiangli nih. Kalau lewat mana, Babes? Kemanakah kita akan cerita, guys? Oh, jadi Jianli ini sama Baizu kayak saudara seperguruan ya, guys. Sama-sama dokter gitu.
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang still only. Not just that. You even managed to improve upon the original formula. That Baiju, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Oh.
Told you the truth with
Life force isn't the only thing that Changshang's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins
Oh
and
gitu
diseases.
ya.
When I treated Jialiang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him,
Obat racun
there
nih.
is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining...
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there... What am I saying? Hymen, the reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old. And I didn't want him using up any, but in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another. And then you
Mengorbankan
poured the
satu
poison
nyawa
on
untuk
yourself too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost?
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baiju, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changshang to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that, some of them, I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad will be able to taste them.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baiju, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
Oh.
Baiju, what did Jiangli mean by not around anymore? Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baiju and Jiangli's master, has passed
Oh,
away.
meninggal
at
di
an
usia
age.
muda, guys. What happened? Oh my god.
That doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
It is a very long story.
What?
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final
Oh my
farewell.
god.
Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could
Pandewa
cure any
obat.
illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is, until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patient's? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?